All right, family. Black power culture. Black power is the true power. With General Sara Seti kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. We're in the house. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com online marketplace, 25% off at this time. All you had to do is go to KingSeti.com, go under the sales tab. Boom. All of those products, beautiful products, up under that sales tab is 25% off. Family, come on out, enjoy yourself, get you something nice, and get a discount at the same time. That's right. We got the classic and Jurassic DVD lectures, t-shirts and hoodies for the kings and queens, African and Kemetic jewelry for the family, fly necklaces, bracelets, earrings, cuffs for the kings. We got your talismans, with your magical talismans. We got you. Holistic herbal tonics and remedies, black seed, immunity booster, natural men, tonic extra strong for the kings out there. You see, we got you, family. Home decor accessories for every room in the house, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. Got you. KingSeti.com, 25% off at this time. Class of 9 session, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, over 900 videos on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, developing the Black nation one lesson at a time. Advanced African academics, the complete General Sara Seti website, family. Get your ass in class. Too raw for YouTube. Of course, we got highlighting the making of the white man, a lecture catalog, video catalog, and library. Nothing but the truth. You understand what I ain't got to say no more. General Seti popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never calm. Exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube. Ogun versus him, dial. Gatekeepers of the occult world. Going in tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. King Seti, General Seti, Sara Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing crazy. Because I will ban your ass. You be up out of here quicker than you can. All right. Touching back on some powerful information, that we dropped just a couple of days ago. But we got to come right back. We got to come right back. Because I don't think the family heard us out there. You feel me? I don't think you heard me. And so we dealing with today the sacred N-word and how Black people can't seem to give it up. They can't let it go. And I wonder why is that, family? Is it the power? Is it the power in the N-word? We got to look at it today, and black it up with the facts as we know it and can prove it. That's right. As we know it and can prove it. You see, and we're going to run off real quick. Come on in, family. I know I catch you. I caught you. You were damn near snoozing off, and then y'all say, oh, man, that nigga said he lied. Yeah. It's going down. Let's do this. We're going to run through, family. It's a triple header tonight. I see family coming. It's a triple header. I got to give you that firepower. Now, let's deal with it. Now, just like we deal, when you start dealing with the word, the N-word, you see a lot of people don't believe that that Naga, which is nothing but a derivative of niggas, because when we deal with the niggas nagas, you see, wait a minute, let's deal with this. We see the divinity in it. The niggas, you see, the king, the emperor, the king of Kush. So when I say this, you see, I backs it up. Anywhere you see it, the expression is divinity, sovereignty, spirituality. You see? And so you understand, are we reaching back? Are we connecting with our ancestors in a way we don't understand? We got to look at that. You see? And so when we talk about, the thing about, this is also in Africa, Nag Hammadi, Naga Hammadi, let's go and drop it like it need to be dropped. Naga Hammadi, where they found the Gnostic Gospels, you see, even what they call the Gospel of Judas was in that. Naga Hammadi, Cam, Ham, Black, Naga, you see, divinity. Talking about, when you talk about the serpent, you see, you're talking about immortality. You see, when we say these things, and we just ask the question, I wonder why black people can't give it up. Is it an immortal chant? Is it something that's connected to our soul that that it just won't let us go because it's trying to wake us up to something greater? See, if you the type of nigger, Nigger, and that's the only expression out of all the expressions that's negative, and that's the one they want to make you. You see, you could tell them, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about the Naga. I'm talking about the niggas. You understand? When I say it, that's my expression. See, they make you walk that lane. You got these Negro scholars out here that are making say, no, that ain't. And then they'll use all type of other words that they can from out of ancient Egypt and say, oh, this is what this means. This is mutt-natured and all these other words, and this is Mother Nature, and you understand? But when we say the same thing, when we say the expression that we use is of the divinity that come up out of Egypt, come up out of the Indian Kush, they say, no, y'all niggas ain't saying that. You see, y'all niggas ain't saying that, and you got to make sure that you say nigger. Now, the thing is, the white man spell it and pronounce it nigger. I want to break that down to you. You see, we got to get into our tonals. You see, we got to get into our expression, the tonals. He say nigger. You see, he got that on the end. See, we got the A, nigger. We don't say nigger. We don't say nigger, that nigger. Listen to him. They never say nigger. You know, the only time you hear a Cro-Magnon Neanderthal say nigger if he been hanging down in the hood and he trying to be black. But if you're talking about from the core races, who they always say nigger. Nigger. See, they got that grunt on the end. You see? They don't have that smooth expression of nigger, which is nigger. Okay? When you start breaking it down, vowels are interchangeable. You take the I out, it's nigger, it's niggas. That's exactly what it is. Niggas, nagas. Okay, we got to break it down now. And so as you go in Nag Hammadi, which is in Africa, then you come down and you see Nagas, the ancient rulers of India. Okay, and so when you look at the Mount Khmer, see, you see the standard with all the Buddhas. Woolly head. And you can go over there right now. You ain't going to find one Chinaman, one Vietnamese, or none of that with that kind of hair on, unless they is the pure Naga. You see, now they got the Naga over there, but they hide the fact that they there. You understand? They don't get the media play. They don't get the media play. You see? And so we got to be clear that that's not the chink man that you see over there today. Want to be clear about that. You see? And so, again, showing you the Negus Nagas, King of Kings. That's what it means, King of Kings. The Nagas is the plural expression. Negus Nagas, King of Kings. So wherever we see it and wherever we dealing with it in history, it always is something divine. The sacred gospels or the Gnostic gospels, you see that coming, some form of spirituality and divinity. You see, let's break it down. Nag Champa. Now, when you look at Nag Champa, and we'll deal with Champa, I'm going to get off into Champa, which is next to the Khmer Empire. You see? So you got Khmer and which Cambodia. You see Cambodia. You see, and then you got Champa. Now, Champa would have been southern Vietnam. You see, both of that area, and we can prove beyond any reasonable doubt that the African was in the land. As you can see right there, that's a chomper. You see what I'm saying? You can look dead in his face, just like you look at the Buddhas from the Mayan Khmers. You see the heavy expression of the African in Southern Asia, from east to west. It don't make no difference. You see, and so you see not in Nag Champa and Nag Hammadi, and you got to understand that Ham and Cham is the same expression. I read that in the biblical. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna look it up now because I'm shooting. You understand? I want to shoot with nothing but facts, but I can back that up. I can go in the biblical encyclopedia where they spell Ham, Cham, Cham, and it means black. Period. It means burnt black. It is equivalent with Ethiopia, which means burnt face. And as a matter of fact, Ham was the father of Ethiopia. So to make that clear, the only way you can be the father of someone that's burnt black, you got to be burnt black yourself. Okay, so we understand that Cham, Ham means black. And we understand that the Naga, when we talk about the Nagas, you see, the Khmer, the Khmer, the monsoon Khmer. That means they came by way of the monsoons, that they came from Africa by way of the monsoons, the Khmer. Okay, and so we clearing that up. Now let's deal with some. Negra, some said Formosa. You see, the Black Madonna. Now I ain't into worshiping no black Madonnas and anything, because we just dropped the science, because it ain't nothing but a white woman with painted black. We're gonna deal with that. That's not ISIS, and so don't equivalate the Black Madonna with, just because they fooling you. Okay, they'll trick you, nigga. Don't you do that. Don't do that. You always go to the pure. You understand what I'm saying? You go to the pure expression, which is Aset. The Black Madonna is not Aset. Mary was not a goddess. You see, she slept with God while she was in wedlock. She committed adultery. And so we can break all that down. That's not Isis. Isis was married to Osiris. She had Horus. Horus was not born out of wedlock. He was not a bastard child. No, he wasn't. You see what I'm saying? So we can't, and Isis never, committed no type of adultery on Osiris. She was committed to Osiris from the beginning to the end. You see, and so we must bring those facts forward, but nevertheless, I'm just using the term Negra, okay? Negra means black. Some said Formosa, the Black Madonna. That's exactly what it means. Now, that's divinity. You see, for them, we understand, we know who we are. We know what they dealing with, but understand how is it that other people can use the term Negra in a expression of divinity, and anytime you use it, they swear to God you making a neck, because they want to trap you in that bottle. They don't want you to take the essence of what's coming out of your mouth and make it divine. You see, they want to trap. Oh, you said, and then once I show you, and I showed this to you, and you understand, in a magnified expression of all the words around the African globe where it means something divine and solving. You see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? I showed you that. And so today we've unlocked all type of chambers all over the globe dealing with Africans that we would have never, if we just threw it away, we would have never did this research. We would have never unlocked these doors. Okay? Nagis. Okay? Nagis, which is the Ethiopian feminine expression of Nagas. So you got the Nagis. You understand? The nigga, is. You see, and so you understand that even the I's, we got the E's, we got the A's, we got the I's. So the N and the G is our expression. See, that's our expression. Anywhere you go over the African world, you see that. The title of Ethiopian royalty, the African queen of Negus. Okay, Nagis. All right, let's break it down. Naga in Sudan. See, when we say, oh, we the Naga, people say, oh, they trying to take the Indian, but until they saw it in Africa, you see that the expression was already being used in Africa. And when we break it down, we can show where so many words exist across the Kushite world. You understand what I'm saying? That is no coincidence. We understand what it is. It's the global Kushite empire. You understand, from east to west, north to south. You understand, this world was ruled at one time by a Kushite people from north to south, from east to west. We understand that now. And so when you look at this Naga that's coming out of Egypt, you got to close your mouth. When you see the Nagas that's coming up out of Ethiopia, the serpentine, those with the wings, and then you have some that don't have the wings. You see all the expressions of the Naga. Sometimes they come pure serpentine, as the cobra, as the king cobra, as the queen cobra. But it's still symbolic of African people, the Kushite people. It represents immortality. It also represents the dragon. You see what I'm saying? So when they're talking about the return of the dragon, they're talking about the return of the Christ consciousness. The dragon is you. The dragon is symbolic of solar energy. That's what it is. The fire that's being spit out of the dragon is solar energy. You don't understand that. Okay, and so that fire that builds up in you when you connect with the cosmos, and then you understand your black divinity and you live in your black divinity. You expand in your black divinity, then that solar energy inside of you set ablaze. And so the fire that when you teach, when you talk, when you emanate, your spirit is like fire shooting from the dragon. I want you to wake up. You are the dragon. The return of the dragon can be in an individual, but the return of the dragon that's being prophesied is talking of an age. And when it's an age, it's talking about when our people as a mass will come into Christ consciousness. And then we will rise to the level that you've seen in Egypt, Nubia, Mali, Ghana, Songhai, all the great civilizations. It'll rise up again. Again, showing we did Naga Hamadi. And so when we deal again with what they call the Uraeus, is the serpent sitting right there on the pineal gland, which is the throne of God, which is the seat of the soul, S-O-L, which is your connection to the solar, which is connected to the sun, and letting you know that your pineal is the umbilical cord connected to the mother cosmos. And here's where you get healing. Here's where you get download of wisdom that's been recorded by our ancestors throughout the ages and can be downloaded from the cosmos if you connect it to your black divinity. Okay, so the Roman Isis carries the Hathor milk jug sistrum and wears a cobra uraeus. The uraeus is a Greek word possibly derived from the Egyptian she who rears up. So you see the cobra, the serpent is almost always recognized as a goddess. Unless you see the masculine face on it, it should be, if it's red on the wall, it should be taken as a goddess, a priestess. You see, that's how it's to be read. Okay, in legend, Isis is the creatress of the first Uraeus. The Uraeus cobra species, Naja. Oh, see, now ain't no J's, and I'm gonna deal with that. You see, that gets all that Nigeria and Niger, and I hope my family out there don't take it wrong. Wasn't no Nigers, ain't no J's until the 16th century. So it might have been Niger or Nigeria when the French named it, but when you go back to the original expression that came out of Rome, wasn't no J. So it was straight nigger. Okay, I want y'all to be clear about that. So we're gonna get into that. Okay, the Uraeus code, and so it says Naja. Okay, and ain't no J, so it's really Naga. But to let you know, that's an expression that they will try to flip off on, you understand? But it's still dealing with the cobra, still dealing with the serpent, you see? And here, this is in Mauritania, and you see Naja, which is really Naga nigricollis, nigricollis, okay? The black Naga, That's exactly what it said. The black Naga. Okay, Nigrocolis. The black Naga. Let's deal on Basilisk, or coming from what's that? Basilisk. What's the name? Basil. You got the name Basil. You understand what I'm saying? And which was one of them European kings, but it's symbolic. The basilisk is a water serpent, and he was so fearsome that if he would look upon you, he would look upon you, you would turn into stone. You would die instantly, which was correct. You would die instantly. So when you talk about the basilica, you see it comes out of basilisk, okay, king of the serpents. And so you understand that the basilica is the feminine expression. So the St. Peter's Basilica is actually a temple of worship to Isis. Okay, listen to me, but the Madonna is not Isis. You see what I'm saying? As the serpent. You see, that's who it is. Okay, but they hiding that fact. Let's go into Wallace Budge and Egyptian hieroglyphic dictionary. What do we got here? Neg-er. Could you believe that? Could you believe that? Neg-er, the goose goddess who laid the sun egg? You see? Neg-er. See, now they can go in there and read all that Madunetta shit, but then when they get to this page, you understand, and say, oh, how many expressions and all across the world come out of ancient Egypt and put these words together, and you get all these. But then when we get to this one, they get quiet. They don't want to talk about, oh, well, maybe possibly they come up out of ancient Egypt. Since everything else come up out of Egypt, what about this word? You see, but they don't want to give us they don't want to give us no leeway in the fact that we might be right. We might be right. And so we see negu, nagu, you see. And so again, we see these expressions. We dealing with the great prophetess. You see Drusilla Dungy Houston, mistress of scholarship, master, mistress of scholarship. You see, that was breaking this down about the Cushites even before Dr. Ben, even before Dr. John Henry Clark, before all the ones we know today. Drusilla Dungy Houston was dropping it down in the early 1900s. You see, even Marcus Garvey was quoting from Drusilla Dungy Houston, and that's powerful. And, and she talks about the Cushites of what was in India. You see, and she speaks, and I'm gonna read this from the top part of that advancing wave of the old race that swept eastward and westward, peopling primitive Arabia, Egypt, and Chaldea. The rich merchants of the ancient Indian commerce have been Dravidians. One of their great kingdoms was Pandya, so noted in the Sanskrit writings. The Nandas and the Bahar, of whom the great Chandragupta sprang, and his greater son, Askoa, who were non-Aryan. These are the supposed to be degraded Sud, like it's the Sud swamp where you find all them Sudanese, Sud and Sudra, Sudra, Sudan, Black, the Tashaka, and the Naga nations who figure so largely in Sanskrit traditions are words purely African. Words purely, and when you go in there and do the research, Tashaka was the king of the Nagas. You see, the serpent race. He was the king, Tashaka. And that's very interesting that Shaka, you see, the king of the Naga race. Wow. You see, words that are purely African. And so, we deal with the fact that we got these Negas, Naga, Niga. Now, you got Naga and then you got Niga. You see, Senegal. You see? So you see that N-G-A, you see the N-G-A, and we already went over the Naja, but we're going to break that down so you understand. Nagas, Negas, Nagas. You see, King of Kings. We see nothing but divinity, family. And you even see the Nagar, Nagar. You see me, Sri Nagar. Cash, well, it's another, and they use that expression over there in Indy, Nagar. But I know Sri Nagar is one of them, but it's even a Kush Nagar. Okay. And so, I believe it's dealing with principality and sovereignty. Okay, let's go, let's come on down. Here we see Haile Selassie, Him, Nigusu, Nagusu, Nagas. So you get that Nagusu, Nagas. You see, Nagusu Nagas, his imperial majesty, Haile Selassie I, power of the Holy Trinity. And so we understand that we'll get, and so we didn't gave credit what credit is due. Feta Nagas, the law of the kings. You see, and see, here we see Niga in Senegal. So the expression, you don't even break it down. You will see that this expression is all throughout the African world. We got to wake up. We got to wake up. There's an expression that the ancestors is trying to reach. How many places we done been to India? We didn't been to India. We done been to Egypt. We done been in Sudan. We done went across over thousands of miles. You see, and all in between the substantia nigra. You see, negra, substantia negra, which is the melanin center in the back of your brain. See, melanin, the holy black oil of cosmic divinity. Substantia negra. Substantia negra, the melanin center in the back of your brain. Anywhere we look is divinity, science, sovereignty, God, feminine and masculine. We didn't deal with it. Now let's deal with it now. Let's deal with it. Because that's why I'm just shooting. Because we got 3 and I'm shooting on all of them. You ain't the knowledge that's gonna be piled in this, you're gonna say, damn, for 30, whoo, it's packed. Let's deal with it. Both I and J, listen to me, were used interchangeably by scribes to express the sound of both the vowel and the consonant. Okay? It wasn't until 1524 when Trusino, an Italian Renaissance grammarian known as the father of the letter J, made a clear distinction between the two sounds. So the J was an I. It was an I. You see? It was an I. So they didn't make, so the sound that you hear, j, you understand, as in J, you see that didn't come into 1524, the 16th century. Okay? Didn't come into 1524. Okay? And so when you go back now, let's move forward. And so you see Nigeria, you see you got the later expression. You see? And really, so it's really is no J, so it's just guh, nigger area. That's what you got. I don't know how this, because that grr make it, you know what I'm saying, but there's no J. You know what I'm saying? There's no j. It ain't no j. It's guh, nigger. That's what it is until 1524, and that's what you got to understand. You see? And so when you get down to chapter 13, I believe, what is this? This is what book is this? Acts. This is Acts. We dealing, this is Acts. And we dealing with Simon, who was a prophet. I believe he was a prophet. Now, there in the church that was Antioch, certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simon that was called nigger. This is long before 1524. There's no night, it's nigger. Simon that was called nigger. Wow, this is Latin. This, you understand what I'm saying? They in Rome. This is during the time of Rome. So there is no J, to make that clear. That's Simon that was called nigger. That hurt. You see, because we showing you. So ain't no Niger, it's nigger. That's exactly what it is. It's nigger. Okay? Want you to and want to be clear about that. Now, when you now the black Madonna in Latin is negrum Madonna. Negrum Madonna. Every expression that you can go through. You see what I'm saying? Every expression that you go. Now they got an emperor, Pesinius Niger, who was the emperor between 193 and 194 AD. Pesinius, wait a minute, nigger. Pesinius nigger. Black. Pesinius black. That's what his name is. You see, and we come down to the last for the day. For the last for the day, the black seed. You see, now the black seed, wait a minute, what they call it? Let me get the I thought they had it in here. The black seed, but I got the expression. Let me go on and get it. Let me go on and get it. You see? That is Nigella sativa. Nigella sativa. Nigella sativa. Okay? Nigella, Negella. Not Nigella, Nigella. Let me put that in there so you understand. Nigella sativa. Black seed says it heals everything except death. Heals everything except death. And so as we went through this, by studying the term, we didn't jump through 4-5 civilizations. You see, we didn't jump through 4 or 5 civilizations. You see, we done been on 3-4 different continents. You see, we done been on 3-4 different continents. You see, we didn't open up portals to worlds we didn't even know exist. You see, we didn't open up portals to things we don't even know exist. If we threw it away and ask ourselves, why is it that they don't want us to say this? And then you got white people that was leading the movement. Don't say nigger. Why? Why you so concerned? You notice anything that hurt black people, the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, he funds it. If you think he really care about you, if he cared about you, why you in the misery you in? You understand? Outside of you allowing yourself to stay in it. You see, he ain't never did nothing to uplift black people at all. So why do you feel he wants you to stop? Not only will it lead to your divinity, when you look at him, it'll show you up under him how he tried to degrade it, and his foremothers and forefathers who disdained the expression, because you see the on it. The essence was there. It's like when somebody takes you know how somebody make fun of your ass and shit, even though your name, and take your name and twist it and shit and put a disdain on it. The essence was there. He didn't just create it out of nowhere, because the Romans said black. They had nobody. So he put a disdain on something that was already sacred. You better do your research. It's more to unlock. And every time you unlock it, I will guarantee you do your studies anywhere. And it's so many different expressions where they take it from and they use different vowels, but the root is there. You know that it's the same word, but it's got a different expression. Anywhere in the African world where it is spoken, it is divine. It's dealing with sovereignty. It's dealing with royalty. It's dealing with some healing aspects. Not one time in the ancient or within the African race where you will hear the expression given with any type of negativity. You best to wake up, do your research. Thank you for being here, family. This is the General Sara Suten Seti saying, hey, I'm coming right back. I'm shooting real quick to get this science in for the night. Don't you go nowhere. I'm going to come right back within seconds, and we're going to do this again. All right. Appreciate y'all, family, for being here. This is the General saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.